Welcome back, everybody, to the 2020 Northwest Arkansas Open presented by Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas. My name is Luke Humphries, joined again by my good buddy Kevin Jones. How we doing?
Hello, Disc Golf World. I'm doing fantastic. Really excited to be here in Arkansas at the halfway point of this tournament. We're going to have some back nine snack time for you guys, and we're going to start off with a stressful hole. We do have a nice battle going on. Nikko Locastro leading it, 19 under, Cale at 17, and a couple 16s just behind them. I mean, every hole's scoreable out here. It's a shredding course.
That's right. It is highly windy today, though. We're dealing with 20 to 30 mile an hour continuous winds, gusts going in all directions. Pretty tricky day to play disc golf. And Chris Clemens on the chase card is making a move as well, 8 through 9, as our leaders start this hole 10. You mentioned super tricky hole. This creek does play OB on the right. The sidewalk on the other side of the road to your left is out of bounds until they meet just in front of you to the left as you see the drone fly. And then this green, really precariously set, left to right slope, OB everywhere. I mean, throwing it out of bounds somewhere around the basket and hitting your circle 4 is something you see people do all the time.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hole description, Luke. And this is a great hole. This is the hardest hole out here.
Wow, trusting it out over the out of bounds the whole way. I think probably just not wanting to mess with the road skid.
Right. And he just committed. He just threw a really committed shot. We've got like headwind, right to left wind. So discs are going to carry to the left. Cale, not aware that the sidewalk is OB, actually. Really fun fact, not aware.
2 feet away from it.
He thought, after our explanation, that the where it meets the sidewalk and the road is where the OB begins.
Where it becomes OB, okay.
But not the case. Mine is good, but
yeah,
for sure out of bounds if I hit the road.
That's what I was thinking. The road plays almost dead center where you want to land your disc, so you got to choose either to land it right and carry it over the creek the whole way, or land it left and flirt with that left out of bounds. I think the right side also has a better angle into the green. There's a tree that plays kind of in your way.
Yeah. On a day like today, the right side would play better. Spike hyzer is your best bet, though, because if it hits the road, it's most likely not going to flare all the way across OB. And if it hits the grass, it's definitely not going anywhere. So spike hyzer should be the play. I think I would do that if I was to play the hole again.
Yeah, we're seeing the sun creep out a little bit now. Temperature had warmed up. Wind's still there, but we were getting a little bit of sun.
Mm-hmm. So this is just a super delicate hyzer right here.
It was played perfectly.
No, he doesn't. FX2 from Cale. That's incredible. Lands it perfectly on the slope, controls his angle, gets a little rolling. That's like no worry 3.
That shot was such a high-level shot.
Got to get back. Doesn't get back. Doesn't even look like it crossed inbounds, actually.
I think we give him benefit that it did hit the edge right there.
Okay, it was hard to tell from that angle. If he didn't cross in, he would have been another 100 feet back. Sit. Sit.
That's the same result from Nikko right there. The good thing about it is they're pretty close to the basket.
Really? You're going PA3? Come on. Come on. All right, now stop. Wow, dude. That's technical, man.
Cutting it close, man. And that's just not what I wanted exactly. I really wanted to attack the basket there because if I go OB long, I'm good. I'm going to take a par. But I could also park it. So that's why I didn't go with the spike hyzer, though.
Because you could miss it right like Prezi almost did and be all the way back.
Exactly. If I hung it too far out to the right, it's possible that I would get a 5 on the hole, which is a 4 would be fantastic. You need to get a 4 on a day like today.
Yeah, Nikko able to get his, probably the 3rd or 4th putt we've seen just sneak in from him. He's doing exactly what he needs to. Prezi the same. These things are half an inch above the rim as they enter, but they're professionals and they know that they can't raise it high. The wind's going to abuse the flight plate, so well done from them. Great putt from you. That's a great birdie.
Oh my goodness, that birdie feels awesome. The last 2 birdies, I birdied hole 9 as well, along with Cale, who even threw a better approach shot. The approach shot right there was so sick.
2-3 on hole 9 and hole 10 is going to pick you up strokes on the field.
Now we're going on to a much easier hole, I'd say. This hole's just straight uphill, but the problem is we're going right into the headwind.
Headwind and a little bit of right to left as well. So if you're a righty backhand player throwing the spike hyzer, you're going to have to start it another 20-30 feet right of the line that you would otherwise. And best to take it in a little high. The trees, I don't know if those are crepe myrtles right in front of the green, but they kind of guard the green to anything coming in low. So this is what I was talking about. Righter than you would normally play. And
Beautiful FX2 shot.
nearly acing it. Yeah, if you guys haven't thrown an FX2, perfect disc for a windy day.
I mean, yeah, he's throwing it into 25-mile-per-hour headwind. Like, I don't trust throwing anything into that except this X1 here. So
Nice dig.
that says something about the stability and the responsibility of the FX2.
For sure. It just never goes right. You don't have to worry about it.
High in the air.
Just kind of parachuting up there, but digging similar to yours inside the circle, 22 feet. A little more direct line from Andrew. Let's see if... Okay.
Nice ground action.
Yeah, for sure. We experienced a ton of rain before this round, so the ground is very saturated, pretty soft. Nikko and that Cenas are getting along right now in this wind. He's throwing committed, flat putts. It's nice to watch. You got a headwind?
A little bit of a head left to right.
Just raised it up ever so slightly.
A little too much mustard. Kind of like the putt on the last hole, but just a touch higher.
At this point, Cale's 9 under through 11 holes.
Yeah, he's destroying this course, and we can't glaze over it.
No. No, making it look easy at the moment. Hole 12, you've got this little tunnel that I wouldn't even advise throwing down. Most people are going to play either a putter or something slower over the top, let it drift off. If you go long on this one, you can get yourself into a tricky position. But if you throw it too short, you're left with a long bid at a death putt.
Yeah, you do not want to leave yourself too far from the basket on this hole. It's better to have an uphill putt, honestly, so aiming just a little bit long is not the worst idea, but you're trying to scoot it right up to the pin.
If this fades out, it'll be good. Just connects with the trees a little bit early and drops him outside circle.
Yeah, he just hung it out a little too wide. If it's any more inside than that, that's coming in nicely. Now Nikko finishing a little left here, needs to catch some love. There it is.
Nice. Wow.
Couple thumbs up. Hopefully it
Yeah, I mean, if it misses those trees, it trickles to 30.
30,
you know?
yep, obstructed.
Fade.
Angle looking good, but yeah, needs to fade, and it does. Oh, but it looks like it may have still caught what Cale caught. Not a bad result at all. That's inside the circle, I think.
Yeah, he'll just have a putt that he really needs to commit to. The replications of airballing that putt, devastating. You going a little more stable, PA3, get up. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Got murked by the wind, but
Yeah.
still, the angle and line on it was pretty much ideal for me, so I got good reaction off the ground.
What are you doing, Cale?
Feeling good is what he's doing.
Wisely misses that one low.
I mean, it's windy right now.
Yeah.
Left to right.
Let's go. Body English to the max.
And that's the reason why I put nose down.
I think there's an R&B dance move that looks like that.
The stanky leg almost.
Oh no. Looked like it sat kind of. I couldn't tell Gabe's reaction down there. Okay, well, not really.
No, that's 25 feet at least uphill, feeling like 35.
Dang, with the wind. Look at it.
Wow, a huge headwind right there.
Right before he released, you could see leaves ripping down the hill straight at him. Just
Yeah.
so hard to throw that putt. Okay. Yeah. Fast green coming into play.
Nikko with a nice birdie there as well.
He's got like a handful of putters and uses, I don't think we've seen him use that one yet today.
No, he's well known for not caring which putter is in his hand. Doesn't really matter to him.
Yep.
They all are supposed to go in the basket.
Whatever feels good at the time.
Hole 13's real short. You could go down the middle, but the play's out to the right. And the real play is a grenade. I mean, this is your picturesque grenade hole. It's only 223 feet, so if you're learning a grenade, I would suggest learning it on this hole.
Yeah.
The problem is we have a gnarly wind up there that we can't really tell what's doing, and there's OB long. Nikko, it does not matter. He's gonna go with the grenade either way.
Really?
He's still thumb in the rim, unlike the way that I throw it. But distance was
That'll work.
money there. Yeah, great shot.
Really surprised to see Nikko throw that.
When he throws that, he's guaranteeing himself a look at the basket.
Okay, hold on. You just told us.
It's a grenade hole, but there's just too much tailwind right now for me to feel comfortable throwing a grenade up in the air like that. I feel like I could have caught a wind and went long.
Okay.
This is also a little bit too short for me to throw a grenade. I would have to power down a lot,
Totally.
which is not comfortable. So the doubt led to me just throwing an A2. Cale throwing an A3. He actually thought I threw an A2, but he loved the way that I made it look there. So he follows suit.
Yeah, copied the line perfectly.
He would have copied it extra perfectly if he'd have thrown an A2.
Right. Yeah, I saw Clemens go that route, and he also changed my mind right before I threw my shot as well. I went A2.
What were you going to go?
I was going to go A3 forehand
Okay.
through
Yeah.
that little tiny skinny gap,
Yeah, that's a little sketchy.
but I missed hole 1 and 2 with my A3, and so I figured, mix it up. Keep it fresh. Copy a line you just saw, too. That's
60-footer from Prezi. Count it. Big putt after the bogey and then leaving himself far on this birdie hole.
wow.
Pro move.
There he goes with the body English. Oh, yeah.
Dunks it.
That feels good. Erase that bogey and bang a 60-footer. Nikko after that grenade.
One of the better looking putts of the day from Nikko.
Yeah, it really was. He's hit a bunch of them in almost that same position. That one clean out the hand, no wobble.
Yeah, he's made almost every putt too. I don't know if he's even missed any.
I agree.
Inside the circle, I don't believe so.
Right.
Good stuff from Cale, and I'm going to take a birdie as well.
Nice. All-star from you guys on a pretty tricky technical little hole right there.
Yeah, you either hit the gap or you don't.
Yeah.
Not much luck involved, and hole 14, not much luck involved on it either. Huge headwind we're going to have, probably 20 miles an hour, 25 possibly, and OB on the left side. So, I mean, we're just playing right side of the basket here. There's not much skip at all, so that is a positive on the whole. It sticks pretty well.
Yeah. It is like 15 to 20 feet uphill, too, so that plays into... Like if we're trying to play a headwind shot uphill, we're going to be dragging our back lip on the disc, so best to like get it turned over a little bit, similar to what Nikko's doing here.
Big skip.
He thought it was a little weird out of his hand, but I mean, I think that was a really well played shot.
Yeah, to the safe side. You mentioned right's the play. You're going X1 though, throwing at the OB and playing away from it. I like that play.
It's just, I'm just doing this because there's no way this X1's flipping. Like, in no scenario ever will it flip. So I can just absolutely hammer into it.
Wow, you're right. Wow, sick little ground play from that thing. You're like 15 feet for your birdie on a super windy green, probably the windiest green that we're going to experience.
Yep.
That's a great place to put yourself. Cale taking a moment, letting the gust die down. He's going with that FX2. I like this play from him.
Cale, that's dirty, man.
6 feet right.
Get in.
I mean, come on. FX2 into the wind like that is undescribably hard and just delicate.
It's a great disc. When you got a tool that fits the job and you commit to the line, it makes it easy. A little higher out of Prezi. The wind.
And it sticks.
Okay.
Doesn't.
All right.
We're not thinking it's going to stick there, but
Yeah.
luckily there is not much flare in the ground up there. Nikko kind of keeping the top of the disc. I don't know how to describe it, but he didn't expose the bottom of the disc, so the disc got slammed down a little bit much there.
Yeah. Great putt from Prezi there.
Fantastic putt.
He needs him if he wants to keep himself in this thing.
Cale after the ace run with the FX2. Left to right wind. Simple.
Yeah, and after that really committed forehand X1 shot from yourself, you're left with just this.
Yep, this is looking like, it's still, I guess, a little tricky putt, you know? But the wind's not going to mess with it from there. So we see 3 birdies on that hole and 1 par. That's good stuff. This hole played really hard today.
You guys able to get 1 stroke on Nikko. It's been hard to do almost this entire tournament.
At Dynamic Discs, we offer affordable custom stamping to help your company, club, event, or tour stand out from the rest. We can use your own design, or we'll work with you to design a stamp that captures the tone of your event. We'll get your discs stamped quickly and on their way within 3 weeks. If you're ordering for an event, you may qualify for one of our sponsorship tiers as well. Discs are listed at our best pricing with a minimum 50 disc order with a 10 disc minimum per mold. We have junior and mini discs available as well. For all the information you need, head over to dynamicdiscs.com or email custom@dynamicdiscs.com.
Do you want me to throw this in the trunk for you?
Oh, I keep my Ranger bag up front. I use the extra storage up top for my tacos.
All right, hole 15, you're going to be left throwing through this gap right off the bat to an uphill green. I think the trickiest part about this hole is the fact that the ground falls out below your disc. It's kind of just suspended in the air when there's no pressure to keep your disc spinning. I think, I don't know, there's just an odd phenomenon that happens with Frisbees.
What are you talking about? Whenever we're throwing over a ravine like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, like, grade of the hill to follow. I see what you're saying. The hardest part about, the most dangerous part about this hole is this gap, though. That's just, there's one job that I have with that X1, and that's to hit into it. And I mean, like, hit it on an Anheuser, because it's not going to burn out on me. I just have to commit. It's good to simplify it like that, though.
I do like that play. Cale going back to that FX2. Maybe getting some Anheuser out of the hand from him. Yeah.
Knocked down, almost out on the other side, though, and that's going to be crucial.
Fortunate that he didn't go in a worse position than that.
It can get so hairy in there, like insta bogey. And that was looking great.
I think this is an Onyx out of Presnell.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be left just outside circle's edge. I don't know if that little marker sign is going to get in his way at all, but Nikko looks like he's throwing that AT on a bunch of Anheuser. Dang, clips early.
Testing the left side of the gap, and here's what he's
Oh, really?
Here's what he's dealt. Little turned. And by all means, a tester from there.
Totally.
25 uphill.
Yeah.
Cale with a little bit friendlier of a lie, but they're still playing into a headwind. Looks like he's got an A3 there.
Yeah. Yeah. Threw it flat. Stand still. Here you are about 40, 43.
Feels like 50.
Yeah, and the wind uphill. Oh, dude. Also a very exposed green. You're going to be abused.
Yeah,
on this one.
it's good to be putting uphill, though.
Sit.
He said sit before it even hit the basket, because that is the first thing we're thinking about.
Totally.
We don't want to putt from afar in the wind today.
He's jammed them all to this point. See if he can make this up and down.
Yeah, he's been solid from this distance. Just a little short. Tricky wind to deal with there. Hard to commit, but he's been slipping a bunch in off that rim as well. So
Totally has. Only about a 2% difference probably from the made putts in the past. There we go.
And I like the putt from Cale. He's letting the wind get under the disc, but he's so good at controlling the angle that he's using it.
Yeah.
Using the wind to get it in the basket.
Right, playing the lift. In for your par. No one carding the birdie on this one. It's one of the trickier holes on the back nine for sure.
And Presnell's was the best looking shot for sure, but he got just a little too much turn on it.
How is this one playing in terms of field?
Yeah, on that hole, it was averaging actually just a little over par, so playing hard.
Yeah.
And now we're walking into hole 16. Might even play harder.
Yeah. This ravine is out of bounds that you see here in front of us. You've got to clear it and land on the other side to be inbounds. Problem is, there's not much room between out of bounds and the basket, so you're going to see most players going long, leaving themselves a pretty tricky comeback putt.
Yeah, Spike Heiser's a great play here. There's a huge left to right wind, so my disc is getting slapped down right there.
Wow.
But I didn't put it high enough in the air. I kept catching way too much flare at the end. That's going to hurt.
Man, you landed like 8 feet from the basket, the spot that everybody's walked on now. Just got a hot skip, unfortunately. That could have dug just as easily, I think.
It could have. I have to throw it higher, though. It's got to be spiking in there. There's just no reason not to. It's not that far of a hole.
Cale with a PA3?
I like this play, but for fun.
No way.
Beautiful
Clears it by
play.
a foot?
Yeah.
It looked like from the camera.
Well, not necessarily. I'd say it was perfect, man.
Okay.
Like, never a doubt.
Okay.
It cleared it by about 7 feet, but, you know, we knew it the whole way. That was going nowhere other than the pin.
Green drone from Presnell. Yeah, you're not paying me $100 to throw a putter on this instead of my play.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just an easy forehand.
Forehand's great. I mean, the left-right wind here is it makes you think about the forehand. I mean, that's why Spike Heiser's going to be favorable today.
Looks like that's what Nikko's going with.
Looks like it. The thing about throwing the putter, though, is you're bringing like other trees into play that could knock you OB.
He's got to hook up quick. It doesn't sneak in front of those trees there, and he'll be left at the drop zone, which is on the other side of the ravine. It's about an 80, what do you think, 80, 90 footer?
A little more, possibly. Yeah. And Nikko showing how it's done. I mean, come on.
Are you kidding me? On a day like this? I mean,
That's crazy. I mean, this is the least hype he's been all around as well.
look at that. Throws it up high, outright. Look at this. It's getting like a wind gust. Drops down now.
Into the heart of the basket. Saving par.
Incredible, dude. That's incredible, dude.
Yeah, it looks like Cale is about to take the lead. Like it was about to be a two-stroke swing.
Hard one to run from you.
Yeah, impossible to run. I mean, I wanted to give it a little bit of a chance, but the right to left wind is just a nightmare.
It's not the time to make a mistake like that.
I didn't think so.
Prezi maybe thinking similarly. Cale. Wow, dude. 9 feet for his birdie on this one after a putter shot. He's just feeling himself. We know he's a putter, mid-range, connoisseur, aficionado, whatever word you want to use. He's just smooth with the lower speed discs, and he proves it right there again.
Yes, hole 17, 520 feet. Considered a par 4. It would be reachable on a normal day, but not today. We'll definitely be playing as a 2-shot hole.
Yeah, playing into the teeth today. I think you just pound something stable out there and then throw your gap hitter, that one you know you can get up and down with up there, and tap it in.
That is it. The only way you're going to get in trouble on this hole is finding out of bounds on your drive.
Correct. Yep. If you don't get it turned over flat, that headwind right to left is going to move it towards the road. See Cale playing correctly down the right side.
And confidently.
Great shot from him. You're going highlighter D1.
Perfect disc choice from me. That headwind flipped it up perfectly. Got it going flat, but just height issues. I'm going to have a lot of meat left.
Prezi going with a force. This looks nice.
Perfect disc choice from Presnell.
Got the angles right. Flipped it over just a little bit. Let it ride. This looks like a Ballista Pro out of Nikko. Maybe some hyzer for sure. Wow. Trusting it to flip up. All right, I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, he did it so perfectly.
Dude, what a smash.
Yeah. All the way to the hillside in this wind is impressive.
Yeah. You've got to be confident in your angles to throw something with that much hyzer into this headwind right to left. What'd you get? What was your number?
I'm not remembering 240, I think.
Okay. Stable PA3.
Yes.
Wow, dude.
240 into that headwind.
First out, I'm guessing you're closest. First out, last to putt.
Right.
Feels good. Put some pressure on him. You see people social distancing nicely, but enjoying a little disc golf again.
Missed the first tree. And good action on the ground.
Kind of climbed over it. That's a more stable PA3 out of Cale. He's got a bunch of PA3s. Loves that disc. Throws it so well.
Wow, that thing's stable all of a sudden.
I'm guessing that's a zone the way it's hooking up like that.
Undercommitted. That's going to cost him. Cost him some stress at least, because that's a tough putt from there for birdie. This is a must-get birdie hole.
Wow, Nikko's way up there. Made this one easy. Okay. That did look easy.
Yeah, perfectly done.
Man, it's a putt you don't even wish on your enemies right here. Let's go. I love it. Great putt from Prezi.
It's phenomenal.
One of the most unique putting styles in the game, but so efficient, so accurate.
Especially in the wind.
All right, Cale from about 20. Oh, yeah. He's been unconscious from that range this entire round. Another birdie from him. And let's see here. He is 13 under through 17 holes. He's just missed 4 holes this entire round throughout the wind. Even with a spit out. You know, essentially parked the first hole, so yeah, crazy.
It is crazy. He's playing so good. Everything is so on for him right now. And it has to be on a course like this. Hole 18, 256, maybe less. I mean, it's tricky. I don't know what the play is on this hole, honestly. Probably a sidearm around the left side, but I've seen a lot of people very successful with backhands up the middle.
Yeah. You're going to get some ground play, I think, at the end of the day. Just plan for it. Cale going to go down the middle, force over a PA3, and then let it slide.
Obviously, right to left wind here, as you can see Cale's disc just falling.
Good shot from him. He'll have 20 feet or right around it for his birdie.
I'm going X1 to make sure I get that flare at the end.
Oh my gosh, wow. So much play there. Blinko off one tree, then the other.
That's what I get, though, for going X1 on a 240-foot hole.
I know what you're saying, though. The spot that you want to skip your righty forehand is sloped right to left, so it makes it kind of a tricky skip shot for a righty. It looks like it should be just standard. You flick it around that tree, but
you either hit that wall and don't skip, or you get on top of the plateau and flare like mine.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a fine line.
That's why I'm doubting if it's the play. You know, I see these backhands are filtering so nice.
Nikko just clips the tree that you want to miss and kicks him away from the basket.
Wow, this looks closer than it is.
There's a lot of chains.
That's about a 30-foot miss for me right there.
Culmination of just a little bit of a frustrating round for you.
Just a little bit. I mean, it's super windy. I'm honestly not that disappointed in how I played.
Yeah. Putts could have fell.
Off the mark and a weak finish from our lead card here. Everybody giving up a possible another stroke to Cale.
Wow. All right, so he's got the lead now to extend.
He does.
Dead center.
Leading by 2 strokes now over Nikko.
14 under through 18 holes. What a sick performance from Cale. Saturday moving day, and boy does he move.
Yeah.
Mama, there go that man.
Yeah, crazy stuff from Cale. Just so clean, you almost don't even notice it. That's how it looks every time Cale does stuff like this. Been around for a long time.
Straight up.
And just been killing it. I love that he's in the RV right now, out on tour. So cool.
Awesome to see. 14 from him, 12 from Clemens, coming up from Chase card. He'll be joining you, Nikko, and Cale on the lead card tomorrow. Presnell dropping off, kind of extending away. Really, this has become a 4-horse race to a degree. Prezi could get himself in there, but I'm like 9 back of the lead there. You see me in 6th place and just let too many strokes go.
Yeah, I mean, we're headed back to Farmington. This is a course where the lead card is going to be hovering at least around 10 under. So if you're really wanting to gain strokes, you're going to have to look at a 11, 12, 13 under par in order to make a push for the lead. So it's going to be exciting. There's no doubt.
You're exactly right. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been the back 9 of the 2020 Northwest Arkansas Open. presented by Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas. Look forward to seeing you guys for the final round. See you there.